like have an idea of like what type of color schemes that they use and different styles that they had. Like with all the research and looking up all the like different art styles, it was really fun. Trying like the comic book like style, because it seems really fun, but like doing all those like tiny dots is like so like. I want to be a photographer one day, and I feel like the presentation will help me show like the themes and like the ideas of the art, like the pictures that I take. So I think that like, really helps.
My trusted character for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is the Spot. Well, I had instructions, but one of the things that we had to be creative with our slides, so I wanted to make sure that each had their own, original feel with each other and not put in the same pictures over and over again. Well, I would use every time I had to work on this to keep it all original, and sometimes finding these objects can be hard, so I would have to find different sources, use YouTube to find those images as well. Yeah, that's what I really like doing, just standing out from the norm.
So this project took the place of our art history unit. With my TEKS, I do have to nail historical and cultural relevance. So this was my application for that, is taking a piece of contemporary media in the form of a Spider-Man movie and picking out the artistic influences that have gone into that and making those connections to the historical and cultural relevance and how artists in the past have influenced what we see on screens today. And it was a really easy way to make that connection with this particular movie because everyone's done in a very specific style. So a big part of this was setting them up for success, particularly with research tips. Because there was so much information that they had to find, a lot of this was sort of gentle nudging into, how do I search for this thing? There was a lot of, okay, if I'm looking for somebody who's got a similar art style, what are the keywords that I need to search for? So not only is that applicable to if you want to go forward in an art career, making those connections, but knowing how to find the information that you're looking for in any sort of search. This was a really kind of gentle introduction into this is how you search for things on the internet. For every project that we do, every big, large scale project, we have a planning sheet that we have to do. So they have to really think about the element of art that they're going to focus on. Are they going to focus on their line work? Are they going to focus on the spatial components of it? Are they going to focus on the color of it? And then they have to think about the principle of design. Are they worried about the balance? Are they worried about the proportion? Are they worried about the way that your eye moves around the piece? They have to pick one of those things that they're going to focus on so that it kind of streamlines them a little bit more into the piece that they're doing. So all of the research that we do for each individual project is based on not only what they've learned already, but kind of delving a little bit deeper into what they want and how they can apply the things that they want onto the canvas or the paper. I kind of expected some of the challenges with this in making the connection between what you see in a comic book movie and historical art. There's one particular student, Jasmine Ruiz, who was able to identify that one of the characters is drawn with a lot of chiaroscuro elements. And that is a huge thing for a high school art student to be able to identify and then go and find those historical connections to Renaissance artists who were using heavy chiaroscuro and be able to connect that to a movie released a year ago. It's just wild to me. There was a little bit of struggle and a little bit of resistance because it's not something that they're used to. They're not used to having to put the forethought into whatever they draw onto the paper. So I learned how to kind of give the structure, give the guidance to get them on the path where they need to go without giving them the answer. It was a very new experience for a lot of them. I think the only thing that I would change is being a little bit more proactive about seeking out the students who need that help, because sometimes they won't ask for it.